On our website, you can get PDF learning materials for free. Please visit englist.me.
Labor.
Productive work, especially physical work done for wages, the people who do manual or physical work in a country or company for wage. Verb, to work hard or to strive and make an effort to reach a goal.
Examples:
seasonal labor, manual labor. In several countries, child labor is a serious social problem.
Flexible.
Able to change or be changed to suit new conditions or situations, able to bend easily.
Examples:
flexible schedules, a flexible wire. You can be more flexible and creative in your approach.
Instance:
a particular example or single occurrence of something.
Examples:
for instance, notable instance. These articles cite 5 instances of climate change.
Recurring.
Happening or occurring again, periodically or repeatedly.
Examples:
recurring payments, recurring decimals. A recurring back pain interfered with his concentration.
Unpredictable.
Not capable of being foreseen or calculated, not regular or certain.
Examples:
dangerously unpredictable person, unpredictable outcome. The weather in this region is often unpredictable, with sudden rainstorms and strong winds.
Medical.
Relating to the treatment of illness or injuries, relating to the practice of medicine.
Examples:
a medical opinion, temporary medical treatment. The medical team worked quickly to save the patient's life.
Dependent.
Relying on someone or something else for support or aid.
Examples:
dose-dependent induction, a dependent person. The small island nation is heavily dependent on tourism as its main source of income.
Complexity.
The state or quality of being complicated or intricate and difficult to understand.
Examples:
cognitive complexity, complexity theory. The project's complexity made it difficult for the team to complete it on time.
Avail.
To help or benefit, to use or take advantage of.
Examples:
avail you little, avail ourselves of this opportunity. Their financing options are reasonable and easy to avail.
Extraordinary.
Exceptional, unexpected, very unusual, surpassing the ordinary or usual.
Examples:
extraordinary ability, extraordinary weather. He narrated the extraordinary story of his adventure.
Tragedy.
An event or situation causing great loss, misfortune, or destruction. A play or literature that deals with a severe and sad event and often ends with the death of the main character.
Examples:
A tragedy during work. The aftermath of this tragedy. Macbeth is a famous tragedy by Shakespeare.
Employer.
A person or organization that pays workers to work for them.
Examples:
Illegal employer. Employer responsibility. An employer's attitude toward its employees significantly impacts their productivity.
Ad hoc.
Created or done for a particular purpose or situation, without any prior planning or forethought, made on a temporary or as-needed basis.
Examples:
Ad hoc meeting. Ad hoc decision. We need an ad hoc committee to address this urgent issue.
Reliable.
Worthy of being relied on, trustworthy.
Examples:
Reliable access. Guarantee reliable delivery. Trains are reliable, inexpensive, and ideal for long-distance travel.
Induct.
To formally admit someone to a job or position of authority, to officially introduce someone to an organization or group, or beliefs or ideas.
Examples:
Induct them into military service. Induct a clergy person to a benefice. We were inducted into the Honor Society.
Competitive.
Involving competition or competitiveness.
Examples:
A competitive price. Competitive position. The mobile application industry is a competitive one.
Recruit.
To persuade someone to work for a company, to find new members for an organization, the armed forces, etc.
Examples:
Recruit a good worker. Recruit a new hire. The colonial government recruited militia support when civil war broke out.
Agency.
An organization or business that is responsible for specific activities or services, especially when representing other organizations or businesses. The capacity or power to act or exert influence, the ability to make decisions and take action.
Examples:
Real estate agency. Intelligence agency. The government agency regulated the country's food and drug safety standards.
Handle.
To deal with a situation, problem, or strong emotion.
Examples:
Handle a precious object. Handled the incident. We all should learn how to handle stress.
Muddle.
To mix up or confuse something, to make a mess of something, to create disorder or chaos. Muddle the instructions. Muddle the situation. I accidentally muddled up the reports and need help to tell which.
Understaffed.
Insufficiently staffed with workers or employees, having fewer workers than are needed to perform tasks or duties adequately.
Examples:
Understaffed school. Understaffed office. The understaffed hospital was overwhelmed with patients.
Cater.
To provide food and service for an event or function, to satisfy the needs or desires of someone.
Examples:
Cater for a party. Cater to the market. The hotel was able to cater to all of our needs, providing excellent service and a delicious meals.
Retailer.
A person or business that sells goods to the public, typically in small quantities.
Examples:
Retailer strategy. Retailer competition. The consumer electronics retailer offered a discount for customers who paid in cash.
Organization.
A group of people who work together for a shared purpose.
Examples:
Organization chart. Agricultural organization. She is the president of a large international organization.
Marketplace.
A physical or virtual venue where goods or services are bought and sold, an economic system that facilitates exchange between buyers and sellers.
Examples:
Marketplace competition. Global marketplace. The online marketplace offers a wide variety of products for shoppers.
Spare.
Additional to what is necessary for ordinary use, verb, to give time, money, space, etc. to someone.
Examples:
Spare parts. Spare cost. I made plans to spend my spare time beneficially.
Distribute.
To give something to a large number of individuals, or to spread or furnish something.
Examples:
Distribute wealth evenly. Distribute video content. His estate was distributed to his sons.
Warehouse.
A large building for storing goods and merchandise, especially before they are sold, used, or sent out to shops.
Examples:
A rental warehouse. Warehouse debt. The fire ruined all the food stored in the warehouse.
Genuine.
Real and exactly, not pretended, sincerely felt or expressed.
Examples:
A genuine article. Show genuine regret. Is this painting genuine or forged?
Specific.
Clearly defined or particular to a certain thing or situation, distinct, explicit, and precise.
Examples:
specific instructions. Industry-specific regulations. The scientist conducted a study that provided specific details about the species' behavior.
Define.
To state or explain precisely the nature, scope, or meaning of something.
Examples.
Define a word. Define my position. To advance this discussion, we must define success rigorously.
Parameter.
A numerical or other measurable factors that characterize a system or set of data.
Examples.
Parameter estimation. Parameter tuning. The temperature range was one of the critical parameters we had to consider when designing the experiment.
Individual.
A single person or thing, as distinct from a group.
Examples.
A private individual. Individual freedom. As an individual, he had the right to make his own decisions and live his life as he saw fit.
Compliant.
Willing to comply with rules, requests, or demands.
Examples.
Compliant software. Compliant regulations. The company is committed to being compliant with industry regulations.
Calculated.
Done with careful thought or planning, deliberate and intentional, based on a process of reasoning or estimation rather than on instinct or chance.
Examples.
Calculated bankruptcy. Calculated crime. The company made a calculated decision to invest in new technology.
Monitor.
To observe, check, and track the progress or quality of something over a period of time.
Examples.
Monitor an exam. Monitor the data carefully. They used a special receiver to monitor police radio channels.
Reliability.
The quality of being able to be trusted or believed in doing what someone desires or requires.
Examples.
Improve reliability. Reliability test. The incident threw questions on her motivations and reliability.
Row.
An arrangement of objects or people side by side in a line. Verb, to propel a boat through the water using oars.
Examples.
Criminal on death row. A row of cherry trees. He was the leader of the demonstrators and spoke out against the war in the front row.
Alternative.
One of two or more available possibilities or choice.
Examples.
An alternative plan. There is no other alternative. Doctors are gradually coming around to the idea of using alternative medicines.
Decide.
To make up someone's mind about something, to come to a conclusion or judgment after considering options.
Examples:
decide a question. Decide on a course of action. She couldn't decide whether to order the pizza or the pasta for dinner.
Economy:
the system by which a country or region produces, manages, and distributes goods and services, including the money and finances involved in these activities, of an airline, the lowest priced, most basic option for seating in commercial travel.
Examples:
economy of scale. Economy class. The economy of the country is struggling due to the recent political instability.
Opportune:
suitable or happening at a time that is suitable or convenient for a particular purpose.
Examples:
opportune occasion. An opportune remark. The phone rang at the most opportune time.
Pyramid:
a polyhedron having a polygonal base and triangular sides with a common vertex, a massive monument with a square base and 4 triangular sides, begun by Cheops around 2700 BC as royal tombs in ancient Egypt.
Examples:
pyramid architecture. A truncated pyramid. The Egyptian pyramids consist of a vast number of blocks.
Prospect:
the possibility or likelihood of something happening or being successful, a person or thing that is likely to succeed or become popular, a potential customer or client. Verb, to explore for useful or valuable things or substances, such as minerals.
Examples:
prospect for gold. Job prospects. The prospect of starting a new business can be both exciting and daunting.
Theoretical:
relating to the concepts and principles upon which a particular topic is founded, rather than practice and experience.
Examples:
theoretical models. Theoretical physicist. Absolute zero is the lowest theoretical temperature.
Engage:
to attract and keep someone's attention and interest, to participate in or obtain services of something.
Examples:
engage in environmental protection activities. Engage a new employee. Many multinational companies are engaged in the reconstruction of that country.
Odd:
strange or unexpected, not divisible by 2.
Examples:
in an odd way. Odd behavior. His grandfather was an odd man.
Reception:
the act of receiving or the state of being received, especially warmly or kindly, a formal party of people.
Examples:
a cold reception. Reception desk. The wedding reception was held in the grand ballroom of the hotel.
Communal:
belonging to or used by a group rather than individuals, for common use.
Examples:
Communal swimming pool. Communal combination of funds. Communal elections were held in several European countries.
Babysitter.
A person hired to look after a child or children while the parents are away or occupied. Someone who provides temporary care and supervision for children in the absence of their parents or guardians.
Examples:
Need a trustworthy babysitter. Experienced babysitter. Our regular babysitter was sick, so we had to find a replacement at the last minute.
Delivery.
The act of taking or sending something to a destination, the bringing of a baby during childbirth.
Examples:
An easy delivery. Special delivery. The delivery truck arrived with the packages.
Pet.
An animal that you have at home as a companion and treated kindly.
Examples:
A pet bird. A teacher's pet. I have a parrot as a pet.
Possession.
The state or fact of owning or having something.
Examples:
Possession of the evidence. A territorial possession. That painting is my possession, and I inherited it from my grandmother.
Console.
To provide emotional support or encouragement to someone. Noun, a type of table that is meant to be displayed against a wall. A control panel or unit that houses the controls for a particular piece of equipment.
Examples:
Console her for the loss of her son. Console the spirits of the victims. She consoled her crying friend with words of encouragement.
Occasionally.
Now and then, sometimes but not often.
Examples:
Occasionally dine with friends. Occasionally change the routine. She still occasionally writes a short romance novel.
Probable.
Likely to happen or likely to be true.
Examples:
Probable outcome. Probable cause of a fire. It seems probable that he has forgotten our scheduled meeting.
Era.
A period that is distinct from others, typically in history.
Examples:
Dawn of a new era. The era of the Renaissance. Political corruption was common throughout the post-war era.
Collaborate.
To work with someone else to produce or achieve something.
Examples:
Collaborate with the police. Collaborate on a press release. She agreed to collaborate with him in creating new artwork.
Consumption.
The amount used or eaten, the act of using up a resource such as energy, food, or materials.
Examples:
Average fuel consumption. The consumption of food. In our country, water consumption usually decreases during the winter.
Philosophy.
The study of general and fundamental questions, such as those about existence, reason, knowledge, values, mind.
Examples:
Philosophy of education. Western philosophy. Ethics is a branch of philosophy.
Modern.
Of or belonging to the present time or recent times.
Examples:
Modern poetry. Pre-modern agricultural society. Their headquarters are in a modern skyscraper.
Recognition.
The action or process of recognizing or being recognized, especially by remembering, an agreement that something is true or legal.
Examples:
Recognition award. Joint recognition. He was given recognition for his outstanding work in the field of medicine.
Grant.
To agree to give or allow somebody.
Examples:
Grant a new license. Grant a land. The chairperson granted him the right to speak.
Asset.
Something or someone that is useful or valuable quality, skill, etc., valuable property.
Examples:
Frozen assets. Liquid assets of the company. A sense of humor is an invaluable asset in this job.
Identify.
To recognize someone or something and say or prove who or what they are.
Examples:
Identify handwriting. Identify gene sequences. I will introduce you to how to identify the leading causes of the malfunction.
Profitable.
Making or likely to make material gain or profit.
Examples:
A profitable job. Profitable trade. The Prohibition Amendment made bootlegging profitable.
Execute.
To kill someone, especially as a legal punishment, to carry out or perform an action, duty, etc.
Examples:
Execute a bold strategy. Execute a double play. The mafioso who collaborated with the police was executed.
Microsecond.
1 millionth equals 0.0000001 of a second.
Examples:
At a microsecond rate. 10 millimeters per microsecond. This process all happens within a microsecond.
Boundary.
A real or imaginary line that marks the limit or extent of something and separates it from other things or places.
Examples:
Geographical boundary. The boundary between reality and fantasy. He wandered the boundary between life and death by gunfire.
Analyze.
To think about in depth and evaluate to discover essential features or meaning.
Examples:
Analyze a chemical compound. Analyze your real motives. The teacher attempted to analyze the root cause of our mistake.
Supple.
Flexible and easy to bend or move, gracefully agile, adaptable or responsive to change or new ideas.
Examples:
Supple muscles. Supple leather. The ballerina's supple movements left the audience mesmerized.
Counterpart.
A person or thing that corresponds to or has the same function as another person or thing.
Examples:
Counterpart agreement. Negotiating counterpart. His counterpart in the other company is responsible for marketing.
Incredibly.
In a way that is very difficult to believe, exceedingly or extremely.
Examples:
Incredibly cheerful character. Get incredibly insecure. Several cities are experiencing incredibly high unemployment rates.
Sophisticated.
Having a great deal of worldly experience and knowledge of people's behavior, culture, and fashion.
Examples:
Sophisticated look. A sophisticated lifestyle. Marketing strategies are growing more sophisticated.
Extreme.
Very great in amount or degree.
Examples:
Extreme sports. Extreme weather events. Solar gravity creates extreme pressures and temperatures.
Overhead.
The expense of maintaining something that is involved in operating a business, such as rent and heating. Adverb, above your head, in the sky.
Examples:
Overhead capital. A cloud passing overhead. This merger will help them reduce overhead costs substantially.
Advert.
An advertisement, verb, to make reference to something in speaking or writing.
Examples:
A television advert for the product. Full page advert. Our company took out a big advert next to the highway.
Facility.
A building or place that provides a particular service or is used for a particular industry.
Examples:
A cell phone with an internet facility. Facility design. This company has an entire recycling facility, including major reprocessing plants.
Disparity.
A significant difference or inequality between two or more things.
Examples:
The disparity between theory and reality. Income disparity. There is a significant disparity in pay between men and women in the company.
Increasingly.
More and more.
Examples.
Increasingly become common. Face increasingly complicated challenges. Our company found it increasingly difficult to keep up with the competition.
Rarefied.
Not commonly known or understood, particularly due to belonging to a specialized or elite group.
Examples.
The rarefied world of academics. Rarefied language. The rarefied air at the mountaintop made breathing difficult for those not used to high altitudes.
Interoperability.
The ability of different systems, software, or devices to work together, allowing for seamless communication and integration of data across platforms and networks.
Examples.
Interoperability standards. Achieve interoperability. The interoperability of different software systems is essential for efficient communication within a company.
Mechanism.
A part of a machine, or a set of parts that performs a task, a natural or established process that occurs during a specific situation or reaction.
Examples.
The mechanism for DNA replication. Defense mechanism. He discovered unique mechanisms for photochemical reactions.
Regulatory.
Having the power to control or restrict something such as business or industry according to rules or principles.
Examples.
Regulatory cells. Compliance with regulatory requirements. In the past, Japanese banks were protected by regulatory control.
Regime.
The organization, a system, or method that is the governing authority of a political unit.
Examples.
A puppet regime. Exercise regime. Totalitarian regimes are less likely to innovate because they deprive individuals of economic incentives.
Settlement.
An official agreement that brings an argument to a close, the process of establishing permanent residence in a place.
Examples.
The settlement of a dispute. Settlement in a new house. Our goal must be to achieve a peaceful settlement.
Liquid.
A substance, such as water or oil, that flows freely and is neither a solid nor a gas.
Examples.
Colorless liquid. Hazardous liquid. The sponge takes up the liquid well.
Derivative.
Something which is based on another thing or word or idea, a financial instrument whose value is based on another security.
Examples.
Derivative works. Derivative products. French is a derivative of Latin.
Buyer.
A person or organization that purchases or acquires goods, property, or services from a seller or vendor.
Examples.
Potential buyer. House buyer. The online marketplace connects buyers with sellers all over the world.
Negotiate.
To have formal discussions with someone to reach an agreement.
Examples:
Negotiate a settlement. Negotiate the price of the house. We are always happy to negotiate a discount.
Institute.
An organization that has a specific purpose, particularly one dealing with science, education, or a particular profession. Verb, to initiate, introduce, or establish something.
Examples:
Institute a lawsuit. Research institutes. This region has many institutes offering higher education.
Lever.
A handle used to operate a vehicle or a machine, a rigid bar resting on a pivot so that one end of it can be pushed or pulled easily.
Examples:
A gear change lever. Lever for reform. This initiative will be a lever for increasing company sales.
Process.
A series of actions or operations performed to achieve a particular outcome or goal. A systematic procedure or approach used to accomplish a specific task or objective. A method of treating milk to make it suitable for consumption or use in other dairy products.
Examples:
Process improvement. Decision-making process. The process for applying for a visa can be lengthy and complicated.
Relation.
The way two persons or groups of people feel and act toward one another.
Examples:
Relation between cause and effect. Relation of inclusion. The industrial relations laws were passed with little to no alteration.
Government.
The group of people with authority to control a country or state.
Examples:
Government bureaucracy. Government funding. The federal government is planning to increase taxes for the next fiscal year.
Likewise.
In the same way.
Examples:
Do likewise. Please revise likewise. He is tall and likewise strong.
Generation.
All the people born and living at about the same time, regarded collectively, the production of heat or electricity.
Examples:
Generation gap. The generation of electricity. The younger generation has different values and beliefs than the older one.
Identity.
The fact of being who or what somebody or something is, the features, emotions, or ideas that distinguish persons from one another.
Examples:
Mistaken identity. Identity as an individual. The terrorist's identity remains unknown.
License.
An official permission or authorization to do, use, or own something, A legal document that grants the holder the right to perform certain activities, such as driving a car, practicing a profession, or using a particular product or service.
Examples:
License renewal, software license. Before driving, ensure you have a valid driver's license.
Resolve.
To find a suitable answer to the problems or difficulty.
Examples:
Resolve a dispute. Resolve the computer error. This company resolves its battery problem completely.
Dispute.
A disagreement, argument, or controversy between two people, groups, or countries, especially a formal one.
Examples:
A legal dispute over the title. Dispute settlement. The dispute over the ownership of the land has been ongoing for years.
Policymaker.
A person in charge of or involved in developing action plans for a political party, business, etc.
Examples:
Education policymaker. Regional policymaker. Policymakers struggle to develop various laws and regulations to address international trade conflicts.
Underpin.
To support or strengthen the foundations of something.
Examples:
Underpin a structure. Underpin democratization. The research findings underpin the theory that human activities cause global warming.
Preserve.
To keep or maintain a particular quality, feature, etc., especially to prevent it from decaying, being damaged, or being destroyed.
Examples:
Preserve my strength. Preserve a country's heritage. They worked hard to preserve the nature of their native lands.
Suppose.
To think that something is likely to be actual or possible.
Examples:
Suppose you're right. Suppose beforehand. What do you suppose the culprit's motive was?
Prime.
Main or most important, basic, prime number, noun, a natural number greater than one that cannot be formed by multiplying two smaller natural numbers. Example: 2, 3, 5, 7, 11 and 13.
Examples:
Prime number. Deputy Prime Minister. After a thorough investigation, she has been named as the prime suspect.
Minister.
A person appointed to or a job of a head of a government department.
Examples:
Minister for Education. Deputy Prime Minister. The minister occasionally preaches at this church.
President.
The leader of a republic, for example, the U.S., the person in charge of the organization, such as a company, university, club, etc.
Examples:
President Emeritus. Vice President for Finance. The club president does not have absolute power.
Develop.
To grow or expand, to improve or refine through a process of progress and refinement, often to achieve greater sophistication or complexity, to elaborate or add detail to something that is in the process of being created.
Examples:
Develop a strategy. Develop a skill. We must develop a new system to streamline our workflow and increase efficiency.
Nation.
A large organized community of people living in a particular country or region and having a particular culture.
Examples:
Nation-state. A seafaring nation. The nation of Japan is known for its unique culture and advanced technology.
Climate.
The weather in a particular location averaged over some long period.
Examples:
A cold climate. Effects of climate change. Climate and weather have an impact on every part of our lifestyles.
State of the art.
Characterized by the use of the latest and most advanced technology or methods, cutting edge.
Examples:
State-of-the-art technology. State-of-the-art software. The hospital has state-of-the-art equipment and facilities to ensure the best healthcare for its patients.
Roll.
To move in a particular direction by turning over and over or from side to side.
Examples:
Roll a ball. Roll down his cheeks. He was exhausted and rolled into bed as soon as he got home.
Politician.
A person who is a member of a government or lawmaking organization, especially as an elected member of parliament, etc.
Examples:
A politician in the ruling party. A corrupt politician. The politician lost his position in the end due to the scandal.
Disaster.
An unexpected event or series of events that cause widespread damage, destruction, or loss of life.
Examples:
Global disaster. Disaster recovery. The disaster response team worked around the clock to aid those affected by the earthquake.
Necessarily.
In an essential manner, in such a way as could not be otherwise.
Examples:
Not necessarily a problem. Necessarily true. This accident was something that happened necessarily.
Precedent.
A previous event or action that serves as an example or rule to authorize or justify similar events or actions in the future.
Examples:
Break with precedent. A bad precedent. The court used previous precedents to make its decision.
Initiate.
To begin or start something, to teach the basics or fundamentals of something to somebody, To formally admit someone into a group or organization.
Examples:
Initiate a project. Initiate a discussion. The committee will initiate an investigation into the company's financial records.
Lottery.
A game of chance in which a large number of people buy tickets or chances to win a prize, with the winners determined by a random drawing.
Examples:
National lottery. Scratch-off lottery. The odds of winning the lottery are extremely low, but millions still buy tickets hoping to hit the jackpot.
Operate.
To work in a particular way, to supervise something.
Examples:
Operate 24 hours a day. Manually operate a machine. This machine is too difficult to operate for me.
Pass.
No longer fashionable or current, outdated, considered to be old-fashioned or out of date.
Examples:
Passé entertainment. Passé trend. Bell-bottom jeans, once considered passé fashion, have made a surprising comeback in recent years.
Specification.
A detailed description of the characteristics, features, or requirements of something, typically a product or system, a written statement that outlines the standards, procedures, or requirements for a project or job.
Examples:
Functional specification. Engineering specification. The project specifications outline the goals and requirements for the team to complete.
Uniquely.
In a way that is different from all others, in a way that is not shared by others.
Examples:
Play a uniquely important role. Uniquely different. The painting is uniquely painted with a combination of watercolors and oils.
Bestow.
To give something to somebody, especially as an honor or present.
Examples:
Bestow the name. Bestow a warm praise. He did not bestow one thought on his dead friend.
Operator.
A person who uses and controls machinery or equipment, a mathematical symbol used to perform calculations.
Examples:
Operator error. An elevator operator. The operator of the machine must follow strict safety protocols.
Obligation.
The state of being morally or legally bound to do or pay something.
Examples:
A deep obligation. Pay an obligation. You are under no obligation to finish the job.
Gamble.
To take risky action in the hope of being successful, to play or game for money or other stakes.
Examples:
Gamble $100 on the race. Gamble away my fortune. Will you gamble on the result of the fight?
Mass.
A large amount of a substance with no definite shape or form, a large number of people or things grouped or crowded together.
Examples:
A mass of molten rock. Critical mass. The mass of people who do not own property is politically impotent.
Qualified.
Officially recognized as having completed a training course or passed the exams that are necessary to perform a particular job.
Examples:
A qualified doctor. Qualified in medicine. We seek a person qualified for the post.
Aim.
To try or plan to get or achieve something.
Examples:
Aim at a specific target. Aim to be a nurse. We aim for an overseas expansion.
Outline.
To describe the main facts or aspects involved in something.
Examples:
Outline the plan. Outline the findings. This page outlines our response planning for an emergency.
Regulate.
To control something, especially by means of rules or laws.
Examples:
Regulate blood sugar levels. Regulate our conduct. We must manage to regulate our expenditure.
Utility.
The state or quality of being useful or convenient, the service, such as electric power or water or transportation, provided by a public.
Examples:
Utility costs. Marginal utility. The utility of the device was immediately apparent to all who saw it.
Par.
A state of being equal to someone or something.
Examples:
Above par performance. Not up to par. Shares in the company finally fell below their par value.
Fulfill.
To meet the requirements or expectations, to achieve or realize.
Examples:
Fulfill a contract. Fulfill a lifetime dream. It was the first time for her, but she fulfilled the role of priest.
Interface.
Computer science, a program that controls a display for the user and that allows the user to interact with the system. Chemistry, a surface forming a common boundary between two things.
Examples:
Interface between gas and liquid. The user interface. Detergent weakens the surface tension at the interface of two liquids.
Enshrine.
To cherish or protect something as if it is sacred, to place something in a position of honor or respect.
Examples:
Enshrine memories. Enshrine tradition. The Constitution enshrines the rights and freedoms of citizens.
Publicize.
To make information or news publicly known or communicated, to promote or spread awareness of.
Examples:
Publicize event. Publicize research findings. The company hired a PR firm to publicize its new product.
Deregulation.
The process of reducing or removing government regulations and restrictions in a particular industry or sector, often to promote competition and reduce costs.
Examples:
Deregulation of the economy. Aviation deregulation. The government's deregulation of the telecommunications industry led to increased competition.
Sector.
A distinct part or division of something, often used to refer to a segment of an economy or industry, an area or field of work or activity.
Examples:
Industrial sector. Private sector. The technology sector is constantly evolving and innovating.
Percentage.
The number, amount, or rate of something, which is usually the amount per 100.
Examples:
The percentage of the gold content. A high percentage. What is the percentage of the consumption tax in the United States?
Markup.
An added cost or margin above the actual cost of a product or service, often used to cover expenses and generate profit, a process of marking up, such as adding annotations or comments, the process of adding additional information or instructions to text or data to specify its structure, meaning, or presentation.
Examples:
Markup language. Markup on drugs. The markup on the product was so high that it was almost double the original production cost.
Transaction.
An instance of buying or selling something, the act or process of doing something.
Examples:
Card with no foreign transaction fees. Transaction balance. Electronic transactions remain incomplete due to system errors.
Concession.
Something that is granted or given up, often in a negotiation or argument, a place or stand where goods or services are sold or provided, often in a public setting such as a stadium or amusement park.
Examples:
An oil concession. Make a concession. The movie theater offered a special concession for seniors on Tuesdays.
Consortium.
A group or association of individuals, organizations, or businesses that come together for a common purpose or goal.
Examples:
Consortium agreement. Academic consortium. The consortium of companies pooled their resources to fund the project.
Frame.
A strong border or structure of the wood, metal, etc. that surrounds something such as a picture, door, or window.
Examples:
A picture frame. The frame of the policy. The detective looked for fingerprints on the window frame.
Unlock.
To open something, such as a door, window, etc., usually using a key.
Examples:
Unlock a door with a key. Unlock value. The customs officer required the traveler to unlock his suitcase.
Awful.
Causing fear, dread, or terror, very bad or unpleasant.
Examples:
An awful error. Do awful damage. I regretted making an awful mistake in my final exam.
Shareholder.
A person who owns shares of stock in a company or business and therefore gets the company's profit and has the right to control the company.
Examples:
The shareholders' meeting. Gain shareholder approval. Our company is committed to increasing shareholder value.
Bother.
To disturb, annoy, or cause inconvenience or worry to someone, to take the trouble or effort to do something.
Examples:
Bother the neighbors. Bother with details. Please don't bother me while I'm trying to concentrate.
Taxpayer.
A person who pays taxes to the government.
Examples:
Taxpayer money. Delinquent taxpayer. As a taxpayer, he felt his money was wasted on unnecessary government projects.
Constraint.
A limit or restriction on something, such as an action, behavior, or thought.
Examples:
Constraint on business activity. Strict time constraints. The budget constraint forced them to make difficult decisions.
Incentivize.
To make someone want to do in a particular way by offering them a reward.
Examples:
Incentivize carpooling. Incentivize the right behavior. Governments incentivize their citizens to buy eco-friendly products through subsidies.
Invest.
To put money, effort, time, etc. into something to make a profit or achieve a result.
Examples:
Invest in stocks. Invest capital. The government should view children as national assets and actively invest in them.
Hire.
To give somebody a job.
Examples:
Hire a guide. Hire a car by the hour. We should always be prepared to hire talented recruits.
Toy.
A thing, typically a small model or replica of something that is played with, especially by children.
Examples:
Toy store. Toy box. He gave his daughter a new toy for her birthday.
Potentially.
In a possible state or condition, possibly.
Examples:
potentially affected, potentially lucrative. The organization assisted in the de-escalation of potentially violent situations.
Vet.
Also a veterinarian, a person who has a medical degree trained to examine and take care of the health of animals.
Examples:
vet clinic, vet checkup. We had to take our dog to the vet because she was not feeling well.
Assess.
To judge or decide the nature or quality of someone or something.
Examples:
assess a tax of £10. Assess the quality. Our company needs to assess the business impact of climate change.
Moving.
Causing strong emotions or feelings, especially sadness or sympathy.
Examples:
moving experience, moving ceremony. His moving speech about his struggles with addiction brought tears to the audience's eyes.
Shortage.
A deficiency or lack of something, typically referring to a situation where there is an insufficient supply or quantity of a resource or product to meet the demand or need.
Examples:
water shortage, fuel shortage. There was a shortage of face masks due to the high demand during the pandemic.
Routine.
A usual or habitual way of doing things, a set sequence of steps, part of a larger computer program.
Examples:
routine business, a built-in diagnostic routine. She studies gardening on a routine basis.
Investor.
Someone who puts money or capital into something to gain financial returns.
Examples:
investor lawsuit, a real estate investor. Institutional investors refrained from buying stocks amid the booming economy.
Afford.
To have enough money or time to be able to buy or do something.
Examples:
afford to buy a new car, afford a high travel cost. He cannot afford a holiday.
Tithe.
A tenth part of one's income or produce given as a contribution to the support of a religious institution.
Examples:
exact a tithe from him, tithe donation. The church required its members to pay a tithe of their income to support its operations.
Enhance.
To increase or improve the quality, amount, or strength of someone or something.
Examples:
enhance value, enhance the flavor of the vanilla. The new strategy will enhance the profitability of our company.
Atom.
The smallest unit of ordinary matter that forms a chemical element, composed of a nucleus and one or more electrons bound to the nucleus.
Examples:
oxygen atom, neutral hydrogen atoms. The outermost electron shell of an atom determines its chemical characteristics.
Capitalism.
An economic system based on the private ownership of the means of production and their operation for profit.
Examples:
advance capitalism, under the umbrella of capitalism. Capitalism also guarantees intellectual property rights and thus promotes innovation.
Convenient.
Useful, helpful, or quick to do.
Examples:
convenient way, convenient location. The airport offers 5 convenient access routes.
Immediate.
Happening or done without delay or occurring shortly after something else.
Examples:
take immediate effect, the immediate past. Both forts were subject to immediate attacks.
Rough.
Not quite exact or correct, having or caused by an irregular surface.
Examples:
rough and tough, rough estimation. The vehicle bounced along the rough mountain road.
Pound.
The standard unit of money in the UK, the standard unit of weight equal to 16 ounces.
Examples:
3/4 of a pound, thousands of pounds. The car's front bumper cost £1,500.
Improbable.
Not likely to happen or be true, unlikely, having a low probability or chance of occurring.
Examples:
improbable story, improbable event. It is improbable that we will find a solution to this problem overnight.
Turbo.
Short for turbocharger, a device or system that increases the power or performance of an engine or vehicle, typically by using compressed air or gas to increase combustion.
Examples:
turbo boost, turbo feature. The new car model is equipped with a turbo engine for increased performance.
Exchange.
To give something and receive something else in return, often with the implication that the items being traded are of equal or comparable value. Noun, the act of giving or taking something in return for something else, a place or system where goods or services can be bought, sold, or traded.
Examples:
exchange rate. Exchange a few friendly words. My sister and I frequently exchange books as we love reading.
Underestimate.
To think or suppose that a quantity, price, or size is smaller than it is.
Examples:
underestimate an enemy. Underestimate the probability. They frequently underestimated their abilities and felt inferior.
Transform.
To change an outward structure or looks.
Examples:
Transform an education system. Transform heat into power. My father's death transformed my life completely.
Doe.
A mature female of mammals of which the male is called a buck, such as a deer or a rabbit.
Examples:
Doe rabbit. Buck and doe. Hunters use a whistle that makes the doe sound to lure stags.